welcome to another episode of 9 to 5 bleh, to bleh. Welcome to Bleh with Robert Swathwood and Katrina Swathwood.
Hi. Oh.
That is a opening of a drink because it is Friday and it was a long ass week.
So long.
Yeah, it was a rough one. So no, we're back in it. It was a little longer than expected, but not as long as last time. It was just because we were supposed to record a week ago almost.
Yeah.
However, I'm pretty open and honest on here. I was hit with a massive bout of depression.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden.
Yeah, and it was the worst episode I've had in at least 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
As far as I separate anxiety and depression into two separate categories for me personally.
Oh, don't they like cross over in the Venn diagram?
Oh yeah, for sure they cross over. But I have anxiety, but I don't have depression. I know you just said they overlap, but so no, I don't have situations like that often. Everybody has times where it happens, and it happened, and I was a wreck for like 4 days. So that is why we are late.
That is accurate.
Yeah, it's like 4 days. I am feeling better, so don't worry. I came out the other end of that, and we're back. So that was the beginning of the week, and now we are recording. And I can't believe how many people are listening.
Really?
Yeah, it's humbling. So it's very cool that people are still
enjoying.
Yeah, and still taking the time. And I get emails and texts, and it's just nice. It's rewarding because, like I said, we do it for fun.
Right.
But anytime anybody's listening is good. But yeah, I wanted to touch base on a couple things.
Okay.
That aren't me being depressed.
Being depressed.
But a couple things happen, and I'm going to do a sports story. So my apologies to my
No.
Yes.
Sorry.
If you know what that's from, kudos to you. Yeah. But I was, I know, we do comics and pop culture and stuff, but as you know, in the past, I am a very big baseball fan.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. And if you know me or you've listened, you know that I'm a Padres fan. And, we've talked about our, we've talked about our prince, our San Diego King right now. Tatis is
Mr. Buy My Video Game?
He's Tatis. But so I was at one of Parker's travel ball practices, and I'm sitting there and I'm reading the news, and I scroll across the story that's Tatis signs 14-year, $340 million extension. And it got immediately taken down. And I was like, oh, we've heard rumors. We've heard rumors in the past from the Dominican that he had signed, and, it was done deal, and then it wasn't. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. So then 11 minutes after that, it hits Twitter, and then it hits MLB trade rumors that Tatis not only signed a 14-year, $340 million deal, but it has a full no-trade clause and no opt-outs, which means he is a Padre as long as he wants to be and as long as the team wants to be. So 14 years, we get this stud who's the face of baseball, which as a Padre fan
is crazy.
It's crazy. It all started with Hosmer because Hosmer was the first big free agent to sign here, and the next year was Manny. And then, just Manny and Tatis.
Do you think they've accepted they need to pay people?
Well, I think part of it was new ownership. Well, they weren't new then, but, they weren't very old. They hadn't got to do that kind of stuff yet. That it showed that they'd spend money and bring people in. And then once Manny came here and Tatis came up, it was just...
Well, when was the last time before this moment where you had been excited about an up-and-coming person that was, like, young for the Padres?
Yeah, I'm thinking there were some. I was...
Because I was
probably Chase Headley.
Okay.
That was in the minors that came up.
Now, do you think his fandom is rivaling that of Bryce Harper when he came up?
Bryce Harper was a little more of the sexy name because he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated when he was 16.
Okay.
And he was drafted when he was 18. Now, Tatis comes from a baseball family, but up until recently, he wasn't as highly touted as some other people.
Okay.
But, he's the most popular baseball player I've seen. And I'd say, yeah, Bryce Harper, but before that, I don't know. And as a Padre fan, he's ours. We've never had this kind of stuff, and it's so exciting. So, I had to bring it up because
you've been wanting to talk about it for a while.
And this if you would have caught me day of, I went onto the travel ball field and I was letting all the other parents know that he had signed, and I was freaking out, and everybody was crowding in a little
huddles.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh my God!"
Well, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. But yeah. It's exciting, and I can't wait for the season to start. And we have season tickets, so
let's see if we get to go.
Yeah, well, that's another thing that happened since we last recorded. I got my first Pfizer shot.
You did?
Yeah, so I have one shot.
About another week and a half?
Yeah, in another week and a half, I'll get the next one. But I'm very thankful, and I recommend that if you have an opportunity to get one. But no, I want to talk about this thing I heard on the radio.
Okay. I don't listen to the radio.
Okay, no, and I read about this, so
I don't read anymore.
Elizabeth Banks bought the rights to make a movie called Cocaine Bear. Have you heard of this?
No.
So I'm gonna fumble all the details.
Are you gonna actually land them, or are you gonna drop them all over the floor?
I'm gonna drop them all over the floor. So this drug smuggler accidentally drops, I think it was $15 million worth of cocaine. It was 40 bags of cocaine in the forest.
Okay. And
this bear finds it and ingests $15 million worth of cocaine.
In one sitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's called Cocaine Bear, and
it didn't die?
And I had read this story, and then they talked about it on the radio today. It did die. And they said it had everything you could possibly imagine: a heart attack, a stroke, and everything. Everything.
Medical overload.
So I had read that part, and I'm like, how are they going to make a movie about this? And then my guys, Ben and Woods on 97.3 in San Diego, who are, what?
Nothing.
They're great. They were talking.
I didn't say they weren't.
They're great. What, did I just reference the...
Yeah, you did. You were just like, oh, from so-and-so.
I listened to
we're friends and we get coffee on the weekends.
I wish. I wish. No, but they're a really good team, and they were talking about it, and one of them had the same thought I did: is how are they going to make a movie about a cocaine bear?
What is it supposed to be, a comedy?
No, because then they started talking about it more in depth, and what happens afterwards is it was this drug smuggler, and he rounded everything up on the plane, and then he jumped out of the plane, hit his head on the wing, went unconscious, and went splat.
Oh, in real...
This is all true.
Oh, my God.
So...
if that's the ending...
Yeah, well, is it the ending or the beginning? And then you find out how they got there.
I don't know.
But it seems such a strange...
isn't the whole point of it to get to the cocaine bear? When he ingests all this cocaine, and then I would assume it just keels over and dies in that same scene because you can't...
Isn't there that period in between when it hits your body where you're just going to want to run 200 miles an hour? I don't know. I've never done cocaine.
Know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I've never done cocaine, so I really...
Well, if it's ingesting 40 bags of cocaine in one sitting, that's insta-death. I would assume. That's
just injecting yourself with all the heroin?
Right. That just seems weird.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
No, it's very weird.
Okay. Are they actually going to make this movie? Or she just propositioned it so she can write a script for it?
I don't know, because Elizabeth Banks seems like she's pretty full on when she gets down to something.
Right.
She seems very determined.
Okay.
So not interested in Cocaine Bear?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to kind of know a little bit more about what I'm going to be paying my money for.
For Cocaine Bear?
Sure.
Do you want to talk the WandaVision finale?
We can.
It's been a week now.
Yeah. It should be fair enough game.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, last time, I don't even know if we had talked about Agnes being the...
We hadn't because we were holding off until the last episode. So, big reveal.
Agnes is the
All along.
Catherine Hahn?
Catherine Hahn.
Yeah, who's a great actress. She fits in about just anything that she does, too.
And that's why I kind of want to watch that special on HBO. She's in that as well.
Okay. But, yeah, so Agnes is the baddie. Which was cool, and she was fine. My big upset portion. That's
what?
Not right. My biggest gripe with gripe with the that episode is they explain Pietro. You know that he's not really
Pietro.
Yeah. So I was a little
disappointed.
Little disappointed because I finally wanted those things to cross over, and I thought it would have been a big step in the direction.
Well, I thought they did it like in a 2-step process because not only did you find out that he's not really her brother,
but he's not really that person either.
But he's not that person either, and they didn't do that together. They did it in 2 separate episodes, and I thought that was really strange because you're still holding on to the fact. I was like, oh, are they going to have a universe crossover?
Yeah, and
you're like, oh, it still can be, and then no.
I think it's gonna that situation's gonna to come to pass with the next Doctor Strange in the multiverse, and it just seems like the perfect
Well, they're
time.
opening the door with this ending.
Yeah, and that was a big deal. There was also, if you watched the second to last episode, you see White Vision. Yeah, it was the second to last episode. So there was a big thing going around that Paul Bettany was saying there's going to be a big reveal. There's going to be a big reveal. Oh, this actor I've always wanted to work with, and blah, blah, blah. And then he had to tell everybody after the end of the series that he was talking about himself.
That's a good one, though.
It's a good bit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
got
like
you.
That, but, the ending. Well.
Which one?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. There's a big forks going on.
There's a lot of things going on. So in the last episode, you see, Wanda battling Agnes and Vision battling Vision.
Yep.
And it's probably the
Monica's
best.
On the ground trying to keep the military from moving in and killing the kids.
It's probably the best bit of like Marvel-esque action you see in the show because it wasn't a big action show.
It's more cerebral.
Yeah.
It's not like physical.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it felt a little different, but you got a little bit of that action in the end, if that's what you were looking for. But it was also really extremely heartfelt and sad. Like the whole show is dealing with grief,
depression,
and what comes after losing a loved one. And you just live there with Wanda when you know what's going on, and then it just.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen. And if you haven't watched it yet, sorry, we're talking about it, but, she has to lose Vision again, and she has to lose both her children.
Right.
Like, they all disappear because she created it. And then once it's gone, it's gone. So it was very sad. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the drama portion. I liked her turning Agnes back into a mindless drone. So she's the only one
she's the only one there.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
I wonder if she's actually going to go back and visit her.
I don't know, because the second cutscene showed her reading the Book of the Damned. Wasn't that what it's called?
Well, like she said, she's like, if I need you, I know exactly where to find you. Because she was telling her that she wouldn't be able to wield all that power.
Yeah. Well, you took it that way?
I did. Huh. Like, I took it as in, Agnes is trying to, save herself and stay around. And, Wanda does keep her around, but I think it's for another reason. Like, if she gets stuck with something, who's she going to talk to?
Huh. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. I thought it was just like you're going to rot here forever type of thing.
I think that was that also. I think those were like the dual effect of that situation, okay. But she actually has a resource of knowledge if she needs it, and she knows where to find it.
Okay. The end though, she's reading that Book of the Damned, and she's also projecting herself out front as a normal,
just hanging out in my log cabin.
So, and I mean, is this really going down a path where she's trying to find her children because you can kind of hear their voices?
Right.
Or is she trying, if this Book of the Damned, does she think she can actually bring
create.
Vision back? Or?
So I don't know. Like, I think that was part of the issue with her and Vision is the one that she projected. She was having this basically one-sided relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
And when, like, I don't know if the White Vision now has those memories.
It certainly seemed that way.
Like
Because
the
his
from
eyes...
Westview?
Well, I don't know about those. Maybe. No, because he unlocked his memories from before. It wouldn't have his memories going forward.
Okay. So I think that's part of the issue is if Vision, he obviously takes off and we don't know where he's going.
But his eyes went from mechanical to human.
Right.
And he put all his memories. So he knows everything before he died.
Right.
Okay. We're on the same page.
Right. And they both agreed that he was made that way without his memories so they could weaponize him.
Okay.
So now I guess there's going to be the question of, does he destroy himself or does he go to meet up with somebody else and get some more answers?
Who would he go to see?
I don't know.
Tony wasn't dead yet when he died. He could be looking. He could be going to Shuri. He could be going to Tony, who created him. You know what I mean? And then Tony's
Well, this
dead,
is
so.
after the snap, right? Yeah. So this is when they come snap back.
Yes.
So Tony's not going to be...
Oh, he wouldn't be back yet.
No.
No, but he wouldn't think that he was dead because...
Because Wanda's there, so everybody's already back.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have Tony to go see. Maybe he doesn't know Tony's dead.
He doesn't know Tony's dead.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of questions with Vision, but clearly he's back.
Yes.
In
some capacity.
Yeah. And not being created.
Or a shell.
Yeah. But you really don't know if she's going to be... Is this leading to her being the next villain?
It feels that way.
Yeah, it
and I don't like that at
either.
all. I think that's a missed opportunity.
Not only that, it just shows... It shows the negative portion of people, how they deal with grief.
Right.
Not that there's any one right way or wrong way, but it's just she keeps going back. You're getting a very like Dark Phoenix type, you know, starting to slowly go that way, do whatever she can to get what she wants.
Right.
And that really will be unfortunate because they have spent so much time building this character up for a long time.
Right. To make the right decision, to not sit on the sideline.
Yeah.
Right.
But I enjoyed it.
I liked the ending that Monica gets to go up to the spaceship. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because you see the scrolls.
She hasn't been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the scrolls. That opens up a big thing, too. Because, you know.
Who else is a scroll?
Yeah. God, I hope they do some more of that. No, they are coming out with the Secret Wars. There's a lot of Marvel shows coming out, and this being the first one, it really was nice that it hit.
I thought it did.
Yeah, because we get today as a break, and then next Friday, Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes out. Soldier. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Come out. So you're not going to go long without.
Oh, well, we'll go long before Loki comes on.
And even that is like, we waited a year for Game of Thrones to
I
come
know.
out. We can wait like it's not even going to be 2 months. It's going to be like 6 weeks. Yeah, but that's they have some good setups and some good opportunities going forward to make this a lot of fun, especially since we haven't had a taste of Marvel in all of last year.
It was. Yeah.
Was it the first time since 2010 that we hadn't had a Marvel thing come out?
Oh, per year? I think so.
And that's, it's almost tradition now. And I know some people wanted to just die, Alan, but you know, as long as they're riding high, keep going. Especially with them acquiring the Fox and getting X-Men and Fantastic Four, they have so much of an opportunity to keep going in a new direction.
Expand.
Since they used so many people that they probably just need to not retire, but
take a break.
Some of them are gone.
That's fair.
I saw that at one point that Chris Evans was negotiating to come back.
Really?
I don't know in what capacity. It could have been. It's more than likely a thing like Robert Downey Jr. did, where he didn't have any more of his own movies, but he, you know, popped in here and there.
Popped in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's coming out this year in December.
Where is it? What's the title?
Can't come
home.
It was Homecoming, Far From Home, and I
No Way Home.
No Way Home. I think that's what it was. I came off a rough start to the week, and now I'm winding down. I'm like spacing. So,
was there anything else that you want to talk about?
I got Cocaine Bear.
You did.
Massive Depression.
Yes.
A little bit of WandaVision, a little bit of baseball. Disneyland's opening up next month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. We've been so lucky that numbers have come down so far, and with the uptick in vaccination, so it's getting there. And it seems like by May 1st, everybody's going to be eligible. So that's nice.
That's the push. That's the challenge to the states. So we'll see what they decide to do, because the governor ultimately gets to decide.
Yeah. But
I hope so, but we'll see.
Cocaine Bear. No, I think I got everything. I know it's a short episode, and we're going to record again day after tomorrow. But
did anything else happen?
It was a blur of I think we haven't recorded in like 10 days.
I feel like so much more has happened.
It has, but like I said, we'll get back into the swing of it. I'm kind of just winding down. And you ever have one of those things where like you have a bunch of adrenaline rush? You have a big adrenaline rush, and you're like, your heart's pumping, and then
your body just dumps out.
Yeah, you stop, and then it's like, oh, now what?
Now what do I do?
It's like that. I had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I started to feel better, and Thursday was okay, and today was fine. But yeah, it was just I feel just the big dump, big dump. No, I feel this big energy dump. So. But we didn't want to go any longer without recording. And what we are going to do?
What?
After this, we're going to watch Dread. I've been wanting to watch it for like 9 years.
Is that my fault? Or
there's very few movies you're like, no, I don't want to watch that.
Oh wow.
And I had to come across it a couple of times because I like the original, even though it's terrible. Never really got into the character comic wise, but. No, a couple times I was like, oh, we should watch Dread. And you were just kind of like, meh. And you never do that. So I was like, oh. And I've been wanting to see it. And now it popped up on Prime.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I really want to watch it. So all this week, even though I was all fucked up at the beginning of the week, I've been like, I want to watch Dread.
You said that yesterday.
I watch Dread.
I was like, okay. Like,
now,
all right.
You have the same enthusiasm now as then.
I think that's more enthusiasm.
Carl Urban is the main character.
I'll enjoy it
we love that guy.
I know. When's the boys come back?
I know, right? They're filming right now, I believe.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's good.
I follow a couple of them on the Instagram.
Oh, every once in a while I'll see things. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
But no, we are going to go watch Dread, and we'll probably talk about that next time too.
No.
But we've got some separate things that we've got coming up as well. I think we're going to start bringing people back on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You ready for that?
This is news to me.
We talked about it.
Okay. Sure.
No. So, yeah, hit me up with who you want to come back on first. Alan, Brian, Anthony, Parker.
Oh, God.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, but I have to talk to him like all through the day.
He never leaves. He's always
I had to kick him out of my office today.
Why?
It was towards the end of my shift, and I was trying to finish up a few things. He's like, what you doing? What's that screen? What's over there? And he's talking to me about like random stuff, and I'm trying to like write a letter. And I'm like, dude, I was like, you need to get out of here. I can't focus while you're talking, and I'm trying to type. I was like, this isn't working.
It sounds like him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I read this whole thing, and I'll end with this because it's super depressing. It was an open thread to be anonymous about parents who hate being parents.
I read that yesterday.
You read the whole thing?
Yeah, I did.
It's sad.
It made me really sad.
Yeah.
And there were some kids on there that had even written in too about how they knew it from the other side too, that was the case. Yeah. Like, I don't feel that way.
No, not at all.
It's just
I openly tell people that don't have kids, and they're like, it's the happiest and angriest I've ever been. You know, they push you to both sides so well. Kids in general, you love them with every part of your being, but that's still because of that love. When they do something stupid, I think it just makes you that that angry.
Especially right now. Like, it's been really hard being with them all the time.
I know.
And like, I don't want to always be angry or mad or upset or irritated, but it gets harder and harder.
Yeah, no, I understand. I leave for work, and it's just that much more frustrating when you're trying to do your job and you're trying to be mom, because you can't. Both of those things require you to pour your entire self into them.
Right. And there's no like, it's like 25% this right now, 75% this. And it's been really hard to balance that. But no, I hear you.
Well, hopefully, like I said, with numbers and vaccinations, we're taking that step in the right direction. Because I remember, like, California, when it was really bad, was doing like 60,000 cases a day.
Right.
And now the whole nation is at like 52,000, I think it was.
Right.
On Sunday, in all of San Diego County, we only had 187 cases.
Oh, wow.
It's gone up. I mean, it's basically between 300 and 400, but for a county of millions
of people,
it's getting better. But no, that parent thing was sad.
No, it was. I agree. But no, it's just one of those things you're having to go through.
Yeah. But no, I'm gonna go lay down and watch Dread. I don't know if Katrina's gonna actually watch it.
What else am I gonna do?
Go on your phone.
I'll eat my cheesecake and watch it.
Ooh, cheesecake. But we're going to record in 2 more days, and I have some more stuff I want to talk about. And let me know who you want to be on, and we will try to get that person on. So have a nice day or night or whenever you're listening to this. It's night for me, and we will be back in 2 days. Bye-bye.